Black Friday starting early. Hey, it's Care. Welcome to My Take at the Lake. I've been meaning to do this for a while, and now seems to be the time. Just in time for the holidays, either for you or for somebody else. In the name of destashing and making some room for myself in this room, I am selling off some of my favorites. I will be listing these on Etsy next week. So I want to give channel subscribers and viewers a head start. Sometimes I know we see things that are our favorites, and by the time we get to Etsy, they're gone. I want to give some additional benefit to viewers and subscribers to get first dibs if they want it. Plus, it'll save me some time and not having to make the listings for Etsy, because that can take flipping forever if you have enough things. You've seen them all before. I've shown them as I've finished them. I will give a quick flip through here and link the full flip throughs in the description below. I don't give measurements. They're about 9x6 or smaller. Most are junk journals, 1 or 2 are glue books, and 1 is just a thing. Do with it what you will. First of all, in a mushroom kind of mood, and by the way, if you see something that you like, I will list them down below with their prices and whatever it is, plus shipping, depending on where you are. And right now, I apologize for the worldwide viewers, but I'm only going to be shipping in the US for now, till I get a handle on this, and then we'll expand. But if there's something that you want, you can email me at mytakeathelake@gmail.com. Easy peasy. Again, mytakeathelake@gmail.com. And if somebody, like if there's 5 people that want this, then the first person that emails who's in the United States will get first chance at it, or I will, they'll get it because the first come, first served. So again, they make either great gifts for somebody else or for yourself. This is a favorite. These are all my favorites. I love these. These are some of my favorite projects that I have done. This one is in a mushroom kind of mood. There is a kit that goes along with this if you want more of the mushrooms to fill up. It also has quotes and whatnot. That is on my Etsy store. This is a board book that's been finger painted and collaged, and it's just got all kinds of goodies in it. Stamps, postmarks, quotes, mushroom quotes, stamping, some Stabilo shading. Again, I won't go through every single page here because you've seen this before. All kinds of different things in here. One of my favorites, but I can part with it in the name of having more room to breathe. Some vintage papers. This is one of my mom's homework pages. She was in elementary school in the 50s. So some vintage papers, some sewing. It's all scrap paper, but some sewing theme, some coffee dyed stuff, loaded with yumminess. And it has this twine. It's just twine tied to a piece of elastic. I take the elastic and I put the twine through it like that. I put the elastic on the back so you don't see it. Pull it tight and then tuck this underneath. So there's some tension back there that keeps it closed, especially if you fill it. This will give you lots of room to grow if you start putting things in it. So there's that one. Next on the list is this, I believe it was a 1950s chemistry textbook. Very rare. I could only find one on Etsy with this cover. It was the only one with that cover I could find anywhere. I gutted it, took the text block out, and made it into a junk journal. It just has a tied-in binding, so the pages can all come out. They're all in the there's how many signatures in here? 1, 2, 3 signatures and some extra. I'm going to say 4 signatures, but technically I think it's just 3. But the signatures are in traveler's notebook style, which means, of course, you can find the center and just take them out. That means you can pull any page out, work on it, flat on your desk, and then tuck it back in. That also means that you can change the order of the pages if you wish. This one has some of my iced coffee dyed paper, some digikits that I've purchased and played with, some vintage graph paper, different kinds of paper, coffee dyed paper, some bags, lots of yumminess. This is a fun bag. The top is the pocket. Nice, really cool feeling deli bag. Beautiful kit that I purchased. And then I also include some things. This is a piece of vintage lace that I've coffee dyed, some scraps from the digikit, a napkin that matches, some scrap papers that match, some index cards that I have dyed that will go beautifully with this book, you know, because I like matchy. I like things to at least coordinate. Some extra papers, just a whole bunch of stuff crammed in that envelope, and some vintage book pages. This is a beautiful old page with some vintage tape on it from an old well-loved dictionary. Some fun little images of stamps. I pulled out a whole bunch of things that were blue and off-white that I thought would go. This is an original page to this chemistry book, which is kind of cool. Actually, there's a few of those. Some shorthand pages from 1950 something. Oh, I can't ever remember that. I think that's 1950s book on shorthand. More of the chemistry pages, more scrapbook pages. And then I made this for this book. Dates, days of the week, months, and numbers to be used in this book. Some is scrunched up. Some, maybe they're all grungy. No, some aren't grungy. Some are grungy. And then just a few more things to tuck in. So that's the extra signature. So that is the vintage chemistry junk journal. Of course, this one is called In a Mushroom Kind of Mood Chemistry Textbook. This next one is the same style as the chemistry one, but this is pretty much its opposite in that it's so bright. I love this. Very plain black cover. It has a little emboss of the publisher. A nice, bright, fun spine cover. This I just tie here in a bow. Again, nice and bright. Same style. This has 5 signatures and lots of bright, yummy, fun. This would be the perfect journal to work on in the doldrums of winter. If you're not a big winter fan and you crave for something bright and cheerful about mid-February, this is your book. Nice black pages and neon pages throughout. Stark white. A lot of coloring book pages that you can either leave plain or go ahead and color in. Some of those beautiful Astro Brights. This is like a deep, dark periwinkle blue purple. It's so yummy. I love that color. Nice bright orange. Different shape, different size pages as well, just for fun. All kinds of brights. Some fun page edging. And just like the chemistry book, the last signature is just a little folder full of matchy things that coordinate. Journaling cards. You'll get yourself a white gel pen or a metallic gel pen that can write on the back. Some of them are backed with coloring book page. Some are still just black. Different shapes and sizes. Some are masterboards on the one side. All different, again, shapes and sizes. These can be used as journaling cards. You can glue them just side to end, side and bottom, and make a tuck. You can glue them top and side and make a top tuck. All kinds of things you can do with these. This longer one you can glue along a page edge or in the back and have a back pocket. You can take that and just put it, or use it as a belly band, glue top and bottom and use it as a belly band. All kinds of things you can do with that. And some bits and scraps. These would be great tabs. And then more, these are obviously tags because they have the little holes in them. Some scrap material, that'd be good for tab. A couple things at the top maybe. Some neon index cards to match. A bright white and black napkin. And a nice bright teal envelope. Plus the scraps, plus this little simple pocket to hold all your extra goodies. So this one we're going to call Neon Bright because she's bright. I just love this book. So again, I'm just closing it and tying it in a bow right here on the edge. And as this fills up, you have plenty of room. Even if you get to a gator mouth, you should still have plenty to tie it with on that edge. So this is Neon Bright. If that's the one you want, go ahead and email me at mytakeathelake@gmail.com. This last little junk journal is again tied in signatures, and all of these, once you get your pages done, if you want to sew them in permanently, you can certainly do that. Once you get all your pages filled up and whatnot, and you want it in a little more, like I said, permanently, you can certainly do that just by poking your holes in and sewing them like you would any other journal. Just because they're tied right now doesn't mean they always have to stay tied. This is made of a vintage 1980s book jacket. It's just the jacket. I've made a little bit heavier duty spine with 2 or 3 thicknesses of cardboard so that it has something substantial to hold those signatures in. And I've also reinforced that paper with like a sea glass. It's real light colored sea glass material. The spine cover is the end pages from the original book, and then it's just filled with papers that I've hand dyed, hand coffee dyed, avocado dyed. There's vintage graph paper, new graph paper, all different things. If it matched, I put it in here. This one has just the 3 signatures, some vintage music. This is coffee dyed and food coloring dyed. A little bit of washi tape where one of the papers was torn. This one has a lot of potential for growth. I don't have much extra. I can certainly throw in some vintage papers. I will gather up some vintage papers from my stash and stick those in here just so you have something to play with. But this one is called, we'll just call it the Garden Journal for now to keep things simple. I love the way this one feels, but it has a nice hardy spine, so that's not gonna go anywhere. And just like the others, these signatures and papers can just slide in and out for ease of creating. Or, leave it the way it is, fill it up, take the pages out, use it like a traveler's notebook, fill it up with new pages eventually. This would make a great garden journal, planning out what you're going to do in your garden. I always have to map out the things I plant in the fall, so that by spring I don't tear up the babies when they start sprouting. I think they're all weeds because I have no recollection of planting stuff in the fall. So this would make a really good garden planner. Or I always have a little journal too that it's very garden-y themed, very watercolory like this. I want to say it's Susan Branch. And I just take that out into my garden, flower garden, and journal out there. So it's my outside. I'm outside in my garden journaling, use it for something like that. Obviously you'll have your own ideas on what to use it for. The last favorite that I have is this beautiful Lighthouse themed glue book. Now you don't have to keep it Lighthouse themed, but that's how my brain works. I'm going to show it to you this way for just a second. It's a nice big wall calendar that I've made into a glue book. So you'll have beautiful lighthouse image and then space to do glue booking. Ideally, you're a lighthouse fanatic or you know someone who's a lighthouse fanatic, and you can collect all of your beautiful lighthouse images in the pages. And then the next page is another beautiful lighthouse image. The guy who makes these photographs, he's been around a long time, and I've been a huge fan of his work for a very, very long time. He just takes magnificent lighthouse photos. So again, really cool page, glue book area. And this one, I have some vintage playing cards. I think they're vintage. They're not brand new, let's put it that way. These are the tiny pictures from the back page of the back cover of the calendar, so all lighthouse related. And I also happen to have this Arbor Lights collectibles catalog from 2004. It's been around a little while, but it is just filled with wonderful lighthouse fussy cuts. It also tells you where they're from: Bullock Point in Rhode Island, Boston Harbor in Massachusetts. Look at this one with the green glass. Minutes Ledge, in Massachusetts. Oh, that's awesome. Lens from the lighthouse light. Gorgeous. You could just fussy cut till your fingers fall off. Some local lighthouse stuff. Harbor Lights Resort. This is from the other side of the state, from Michigan. I did take a few pages. This is not a full catalog. I took a few of this lighthouse catalog pages out for one more project that I'll show you. But we're going to call this one the 2006 Lighthouse Calendar. If this is the one that you want, that's what you should tell me. Because I have another lighthouse glue book from a calendar, but it didn't work out nearly as well as I'd hoped. This one took a lot of, let's say, jimmying. So it's not as finished, and not that the other one is flawless, but this one, she's kind of like Ugly Betty. You know, she's beautiful in her own way. Gorgeous pictures. I should show you the back of this one. I don't even know what's on this. Oh, the back of this one just says lighthouses with a beautiful wave spine. And then the front. Gorgeous pictures. And again, it's the same setup. Go back to that here in a minute. Same setup. Beautiful lighthouse picture. Glue book area. Beautiful lighthouse picture. Glue book area. This one also comes with the back, the little bits that I cut off of the back of the calendar. So to get you started on your lighthouse themed glue book project. I don't know how they got all backwards and forward. This one also has a couple of those playing cards and some Michigan Lighthouse information and some pages from that catalog. This one is, we'll call it the Purple Lighthouse glue book. If this is the one you're interested in, just make me an offer. I don't even know what to charge for something like this because it's not perfect in any way. Not that the other things are perfect. You know, they're all handmade. But this one is not as finished looking. It's finished, except for the glue booking part. But it needs, you know, she's not, especially her cover. I don't know if you can see that. Full disclosure, I don't know what happened. She's just kind of messy on the front. The rest of it's not bad at all, but that front cover doesn't shine like I'd like it to. But it is pretty. It's a beautiful sunset view of a nice lighthouse. So if you see anything here, just go ahead and email me at mytakeatthelake@gmail.com. I'll put it in the link below. And email me about any of the things that you want. Again, buy them for yourself, buy them for somebody for Christmas. This is the 2006 calendar, the Garden Junk Journal, the Neon Bright, Mushroom Kind of Mood, and Chemistry. All of my favorite projects to date are going to find new homes. And again, this is only good for the next 7 days. That way, what doesn't sell, I can put on Etsy and everyone can have their hand at it. But I thought I'd give my viewers and my subscribers a head start on it. First dibs, as they say. I wish you a lovely, lovely crafty day. I hope you have a fantastically warm, safe space to be and craft, or cool, depending on where you are. Go love up those Beasleys. Because they're just magical. I'll take at the lake. Out for now.